y'all. It is me, Tasha C, and welcome to the Tasha C podcast. Shout out to my YouTube fam, my podcast fans who have been watching, listening, supporting my videos. If you're part of my podcast fam and you're not part of my YouTube, slide on over. I know this is the same as plug, and go right over and put Tasha C TV. Don't forget TV at the end, and go ahead and subscribe. Also, vice versa for my YouTube family. You want to go over, slide over to my my podcast platforms, which is also a speaker, which should be shown in the video photo, I guess you could say, while this audio is running on the video on the screen. But also, you can look beyond speaker that in the description. I should have the other platforms where I have my podcast. But to just let you know, if you're on Podchaser, they don't have an app as right now. So forth. So anyway, y'all, it is February the 3rd, 2020, and again, another episode of our Keys and Queens Next Door, Volume 3, which is just basically a shorter podcast where I talk about Fats Go, maybe to Instagram and go to a couple web pages. I may post more that I'm using because I found a couple more of them the other day. But I may, like I said, it depends. But anyway, y'all, just gems, maybe current history, Black history facts, in the past have, I'm just trying it out. My hopefully to finish like I'm supposed to on the 29th. Remember, we got a leap year, so we got a whole extra day of gems to listen to. And just let y'all know, if it's your first time coming, I sometimes mispronounce words. I'm just keeping it real here, so I'm going to do my best. So first, I'm going to go here. I'm saving my bookmark because I'm making sure that I go to where I have placed my Black History, pages. And usually I have this run about 16 minutes to 20 minutes, something around there. So it's not going to be as long as my regular podcast, which usually I, have, for, my regular podcast. Okay. Now, this is thetashacshow.com. Like I said, I may not put it when I first upload this to the podcast. Just to let y'all know, it may be like there later, it may be seen on YouTube or something like that. But this is .co.com, and it's called Little Known Important Black Americans. So hopefully I remember not to repeat the same thing. I'm not going to read the whole article, but it's just some, facts. Okay, so let's see here. I had scanned and looked because I looked at. Okay, now they got one part article that said not so famous Black Americans you should know. George Washington Carver, who was born in 1964 and passed away in 1943. Carver was a well-known African American. Who isn't aware of his work with peanuts? He is on this list, though, because one of his contributions that we don't often hear about, the Tuskegee Institute Movable School. Oh, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know about that. Carver established a school to introduce modern agricultural techniques and tools to farmers in Alabama. Movable schools are now used around the world. Okay, number 2, Edward Boquet, born in 1852 and died in 1918. Boquet was the son of a former slave who had moved to New Haven, Connecticut. Only 3 schools there accepted black students at the time, so Boquet's education opportunities were limited. However, he managed to get admitted to Yale and became the first African American to earn a PhD and the 6th American of any race to earn one in physics. Although segregation prevented him from attaining the kind of position he should have been able to give with his outstanding credentials, 6th in his graduating class, he taught for 26 years at the Institute for Colored Youth, serving as an inspiration to generations of young African Americans. Okay, John Baptiste Point du Sable, 1745, we were born, we don't know for sure, in 1818 when he passed away. Du Sable was a black man from Haiti Haiti is who who is, okay, I keep tongue-tied because it is who is credited with founding Chicago, Chi-town. His father was a Frenchman in Haiti, and his mother was an African slave. It is not clear how he arrived in New Orleans from Haiti, but once he did, he traveled from there to what is now the modern-day Peterita, Illinois. Although he was not the first to pass through the area, he was the first to establish a permanent settlement where he lived for at least 20 years. He set up a trading post on the Chicago River where it meets Lake Michigan, and became a wealthy man with a reputation as a man of good character and sound business acumen. Okay. All right. Matthew Alexander Henson, was born in 1966 and passed away in 1955. Henson was the son of a freeborn tenant farmers, but his early life was difficult. He started his life as an explorer at the age of 11 when he ran away from an abusive home. In 1891, Henson went with Robert Perry on the first of several trips to Greenland. Perry was determined to find the geographic North Pole. In 1909, which is 1909, Perry and Henson went on what was to be their final trip, the one which they reached the North Pole. Henson was actually the first to set foot on the North Pole, but when the two returned home, it was Perry who received all the credit. Ain't that something? Because he was black and Henson was virtually ignored. Betsy Coleman, 1892, and passed away in 1926. Bessie Coleman was one of 13 children born to a Native American father and an African American mother. They lived in Texas and faced the kind of difficulties many black Americans faced at the time, including segregation and disenfranchisement. Betsy worked hard in her childhood, picking cotton and helping her mother with the laundry she took in. But Betsy did not let any of it stop her. She educated herself and managed to graduate from high school. After seeing some of the newsreels on advertising, Betsy became interested in becoming a pilot. But no USA flight schools would accept her because she was black and because she was a female. Undeterred, she saved enough money to go to France, where she heard women could be pilots. In 1921, she became the first black woman in the world to earn a pilot license. Number 6, Lewis Latimer, 1848 to 1928. He passed away in 1928. Latimer was the son of runaway slaves who had settled in Chalisa, Massachusetts. After serving in the U.S. Navy during the Civil War, Latimer got a job as an office boy in a patent office. Because of his ability to draw, he became a draftsman and eventually getting promoted to be the head draftsman. Although he has a large number of inventions to his name, including a safety elevator, perhaps his greatest achievement is his work on the electric light bulb. We can thank him for the success of Edison light bulb, which originally had a lifespan of just a few days. It was Latimer who found a way to create a filament system that prevented the carbon in the filament from breaking, thereby extending the life of the light bulb. Thanks to Latimer, light bulbs became cheaper and more efficient, which makes it possible for them to be installed in homes and on the streets. Latimer was the only black American on Edison's elite team of inventors. And that's the end of that article. I just wanted it. It was talked about birthdays, but I just wanted to get that. So hopefully y'all learned something. Hope I didn't, murder and destroy people's names that bad. Okay. Now we're going to the next one, which I have read before. About 10 most interesting no facts. Okay, wait a minute. This is actually, some of them, y'all, they start out like similar as far as, of course, the titles. But this one is on blackamericaweb.com. And it's called the 10 most interesting little known facts about Black history facts. So this was actually posted, by Tanya Pendleton posted on February 19th. Oh, that's my sister-in-law's birthday. And my cousin Bessie's birthday, 2015. Okay. Oh, Russell Rand. Okay, I'm hopefully his YouTube it's an advertisement, y'all. And I'm trying to be careful not to flick it off because of my cell phone, and I really, want to at least be able to give y'all a video. Okay, number one on this particular, the 688,000th battalion was the largest all-black female military unit in World War II. Okay, so it's just like a title, whatever. The Fool's Quadruples was the first surviving identical African quads. The Muse Brothers. These twin brothers were a carnival attraction and gained a lot of attention with your unique look. And in the look you had to look on here, it's just that really the thing that I don't know, like, because of the picture, and that probably, if I look at it and probably get more information, y'all say in a future podcast, it's like, I don't know if it's black and white. It looks like, okay, they have like free-flowing locks, and I don't know if the picture's like kind of like grayish and whitish, whatever. But so I don't know. It looked like their faces look like they're gray or gray. Like a grayish thing, but that could be like basically the color and the texture of the of the photo. Okay, because I mean, other than that, I'm like they look, but how some people looked at us and still unfortunately look at us to this day. But okay, let's keep going. Carnival attraction. Gerald Lawson. This engineer and inventor is the reason why disk-based home video games exist. Oh, okay. So he was the one who's been helping us like play from everything for Batman. Okay. Oh, this home-based video games gets. But yeah, they do have like versions of, I think, like Pac-Man and stuff like that. I know a lot of people don't play video games on the on their laptop or stuff, or the computer like they used to as an option. But yeah, they do have certain video games, and like really the best computer I think to get like to play video games and stuff is, I think, if you're gonna play like say on a PC or a laptop or something like that, it's like a gamer one. Okay, I know I'm ready. Frederick Jones. Frederick Jones was an inventor who was responsible for creating the cooling system on refrigerated trucks. Sarah Rector. This is number 6. Sarah Rector was one of the richest black child in America. Oh, okay. Okay, this is Sarah Bartman, and this is like a sad story because, about this again, about being used. Okay, Sarah Sarti Bartman was exploited for her curves and put on display in Europe for many years. They used her like a carnival eventually too, and used her property, and she died and she was young. And I know it took like 100 or plus years, seemed like, before they even allow her body parts. They like used her body parts and put in something. Just a bunch of sick shit. Oh gosh. I'm sorry, y'all. It's just really disturbing how some of our people, it was mistreated. So I'm just going to leave it in there. I ain't about to stop the show, but it really was disturbing. When you look up about what they did to this woman, even though it was not history stuff like that, and it's just sad. I said I was trying to avoid not cursing on these episodes, but it is what it is. Okay, Phil Peepa Scholar. Okay, Phil Peepa Scholar was a piano prodigy who had an unconventional upbringing and life. A lot of these people, y'all, makes me want to like probably research them and and see what more information. Because, okay, Millie and Christine McCoy. Okay, the McCoy twins were conjoint twins who were put on display from childhood. Because, the angle where they got the picture of, you can't tell. I mean, this picture that they have, they got it looked like an advertisement camera called a two-headed girl. But the picture, like I said, looks like as if they're standing side by each other, not more so you can tell they're conjoint twins, actually. Okay, Leonard Moy. Okay, Malibu fought for equal pay for his Star Trek castmate, Nichelle Nichols, when he found out that she was being paid less than others. Okay. And that's that site. Let me see here. I'm probably going to give y'all a couple more minutes of my time. Okay. And sorry for dropping the S-bomb, but, Okay. I know I'm probably, my heart had to tell you, but okay, before, I probably said this in the last one if y'all listened to it, but I know it was on, like, 16. Okay. I already said, like, Fact 16, which was yesterday, about before becoming a professional musician, Chuck Berry was studied to be a hairdresser. Okay, Chuck Berry. Okay, why is it? I'm trying to go up, y'all, and it keeps trying to put me in the same one. So, well, I'm about to finish anyway, because the site, I don't know why my touchscreen was messing up. But anyway, sorry about that. Fact 17. Chuck Berry's famous duck walk dance originated in 1956 when he attempted to hide wrinkles in his trousers by shaking them out with a now signature body movements. Oh, I never knew that. Okay. Fact 18. The parents of actress Halle Berry chose their daughter's name from Halle's Department Store, a local landmark in her birthplace of Cleveland, Ohio. Fact 19. In 1938, the First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt challenged the segregation rules at the Southern Conference on Human Welfare in Birmingham, Alabama, so she could sit next to African-American educator and activist Mary Bigelow Bethune. Roosevelt would come to refer to Bethune as her closest friend in her age group. Okay. Fact number 20. The legendary singer James Brown performed in front of a televised audience in Boston the day after Martin Luther King was assassinated. Brown often given credit for preventing future riots with the performance. Wow. Okay. Now, fact 21. Chester Arthur Howlin' Wolf Burnett was one of the world's most important blues singers, songwriters, and musicians, and influenced in popular rock that's like the Rolling Stones and Eric Clapton. Howlin' Wolf maintained financial success throughout his life, held a stable marriage, and worked for charitable causes in his Chicago community. Fact 22. The female science fiction author Octavia Butler was dyslexic. Despite her disorder, she went to win a Hugo and Nubia Awards for her writing as a genius grant from the MacArthur Foundation. Oh, as well as a genius grant from the MacArthur Foundation. You better go. See, talk about limitations. You know what I mean? This. Fact 23. When African-American neurosurgeon Ben Carlson was a child, his mother required him to read 2 library books a week and give her reports, even though she was barely literate. She would then take the papers and pretend to carefully review and place in a check mark at the top of the page to show her approval. The assignments inspired Carson's eventual love for reading and learning. Fact 24. Politician, educator, and Brooklyn native Shirley Chisholm survived 3 assassinations during her campaign for 1972 Democratic nomination to the U.S. presidency. Fact 25. Rap artist Chuck D graduated from Affiliate University, where he studied graphic design. Fact 26. Dr. Manion A. Clinton, a Los Angeles librarian and historian, amassed an extensive and valuable collection of Black Americana now found in a museum that houses an estimated 3.5 million items. The collection includes works from a wide range of luminaries, including Connie Coden, Marcus Gabry, Nora Lee Hurston, and Lena Horne. Fact 27. Before Laura Cocker received a nationwide frame for this role in O.J. Simpson's trial, after Denzel Washington interviewed Cochran as a part of his research for the award-winning film Philadelphia in 1953. Oh, okay. I never knew. Like I said, these are the facts. Okay, fact 28. Record sales from the musician and singer Nat King Cole contributed so greatly to Capitol registers during the 1950s that its headquarters became known as the house that Nat built. Okay. Fact 29. The St. John Corinthian African Orthodox Church in San Francisco, California, uses jazz musician John Cordain's music and philosophy as sources for religious discovery. Fact 30. Paul Coffey, a philanthropist, ship captain, and devout Quaker who supported a return to Africa for Black citizens, transporting 38 free African Americans to Sierra Leone in 1850. He also founded one of the first American irrigated schools in 1797. Fact 31. Atrice Davis, a runaway slave from Kentucky, may have been the inspiration for the usage of the term Underground Railroad. Through the origins of the term are shrouded in mystery. According to the reports, after Davis swam across the Ohio River, his owner was unable to find him. He allegedly told a local paper that if Davis had escaped, he must have traveled on an underground railroad. Davis is thought to have made his way to Ripley, Ohio. Fact 32. At a time when universities did not typically offer financial assistance to black athletes, African American star Ernie Davis was offered more than 50 scholarships. Fact 33. Thomas Andrew Dorsey, considered the father of gospel music, was known for his fusion of scarce words and secular rhythms. His most famous composition is Take My Hand, Precious Lord, was recorded for the likes of Elvis Presley and Mahalia Jackson. Okay, I'm going to go up here because I know I'm past 20 minutes. Okay, a little bit. Okay, fact 34. Webb Du Bois and William Monroe Tyler founded the Niagara Movement, a black civil rights organization that got its names from the group's meeting in Niagara Falls. Fact 35. Du Bois died one day before Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his I Have a Dream speech at the March on Washington, August 28, 1963. Fact 36. Before he wrote the acclaimed novel Visible Man, Ralph Ellison served as a cook in the Merchant Marines during World War II. Fact 37. Shortly before his mysterious disappearance in 1934, Wallace D. Ford founded the Nation of Islam. Okay, so like I said, I'm done with this, and I'm going to get out of here. So hugs and loves. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry, like I said, it was one cuss word, whatever. That just really pissed me off even saying that. But anyway, y'all, I will see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow is a queen's birthday. Well, my mom's birthday is tomorrow. So anyway, y'all, I will be returning, y'all. I want to, I'm just going to make sure if I can to do them earlier. Either I'll do it tonight, later on tonight, / morning, and do it tomorrow morning since this is a celebration. My mom hanging on her born day, okay? So anyway, y'all, hugs and loves, and I will see y'all in the next one.